it. I had one in my hand last night, and they let off residue if you touch them for protection, so I don't want it to poop on me. But the one I had last night was very much bigger than this one. If I find a clip, I will attach it to this video to show you what the last night's one looked like, eh? Oh, they're interesting creatures. I haven't seen them this big in Jamaica, and we always thought they were dangerous, but I learned last night that they're harmless creatures. They only hope to make the soil more fertile. So for these areas, it's good for their farming and agriculture. Yes, so to me, Mombasa is not like it's not like Nairobi. Looking at it, except there was one part that I passed that looked very much like downtown Nairobi, and it was only for a short little period of time. Yeah, so what I saw, and I was pretty much taken aback. No, I was giving you the story of leaving the train. So we got off the train after 8:30 p.m. and we got on a bus. And the bus was to take us all the way to our destination. I think it did, but when I got to a certain point, I saw like hundreds, and I'm not exaggerating the point, like maybe it could be thousands of people. I don't know. For a minute I thought, is there a stampede? What is going on? Where are all these people coming from? And knowing me, the 5-year-old Mrs. Curious, I started to think, because at that point I couldn't ask my personal escort what was going on because he was in another seat. And I looked around, I wondered, and I thought, what is it? Hundreds of people, and I'm like, God, at this season when there are different festivals, I'm in a strange place. I hope nothing is going on. It's not an attack or anything. But the thing is, I don't think it could have been an attack because nobody was running. They were all walking, but there were hundreds. So I saw them coming through a gate, like off a hill, and they were going into a place. And I'm wondering, what building is that, or is it a train station or something? And then for a minute I stopped. I looked carefully. I saw some going up a stairs. I saw some walking across. And then I smelled the water, and then I saw a shimmering of light. So that was moving water, and of course they were going on a barge, or what we call a ferry. To me it looks just like a barge, a big barge. And we waited about maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Everybody went, and then the barge moved, and then a second one came, and it was time for our transport to go on. Honestly, even when the big trains in London stop and hundreds of thousands of people are coming off, I've never actually seen things like this before. And there were loads of people going on the barge along with the transport. Quite a few transport. It was a big barge. I was pretty much surprised because I never knew that a barge was gonna take us across the ocean. I'm like, okay. And then within maybe about, say, 20 minutes, because I never knew the barge was moving. It never felt like it was moving. It never looked like it was moving. It was like we stepped out of time into time, sort of, if I can put it that way. And we were on a rough road, and I will skip some of the experience. But yeah, I was a bit petrified at one point, maybe because the road was pretty dark and I couldn't understand some of the things that transpired during the moment of time. But what I can say, Thanks be to God who giveth us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ, for safe journey mercy. And the trip took us, the matata took us to a place, and then all of a sudden we changed onto a personal transp. And he smelled that one to see if it's the right one. And yeah, we came to a very nice secluded location that we are walking to, and probably you will not be able to see that location at the end of this video, but perhaps you will see it at some point, maybe next year or 2 years time, because of respect, privacy and all that. So I will share some more of my experience with you. Just enjoy the walk, the sunset, the greenery. I love nature, and one of the things about where we are staying is that last night being the first night there, oh my God, the sound of nature kept me awake. I heard everything that I would like to hear, from crickets to frogs to birds to monkeys to, I can't even explain. There was so many sounds all in one. And of course, the sound of the ocean. That's one thing that a Caribbean person or somebody who is intrigued by the ocean never misses, no matter where it is. Even now, in the background, if you're very sensitive, you will be able to hear the sound. Oh, that's beautiful. The sound of the ocean somewhere, if you're very sensitive. So thank you for viewing, and the video will end now. So until later, thank you very much. God bless you. Bye bye.